Greetings everyone and welcome back to another Guild Wars dungeon run here on Ragplays. Today we're going to be going after the Eldritch Etten, who is in the Bloodstone Caves. This is one of the easiest dungeons in the game, and I'd recommend it for any new players who are just starting out. It's one of the ones that I did first, back when I started playing Eye of the North. It's fairly easy. Most of the enemies are melee, and that's one of the contributing factors. But more or less it's just due to the short nature of it that you can get through it without too much problems. So pick up our Eldritch Etten quest here. We have to kill the Eldritch Etten in the Bloodstone Caves, and bonus is to kill him in hard mode. The reward is 10,000 experience, 1,500 gold, and 2,500 dwarf reputation points, as well as the copper Zaishen coins that we always get. I'm going to take the ferry over to Lion's Arch, and then I am going to head down to the Tarnished Coast, specifically over to Gad's encampment, where we once did bogroot growths. This time we'll be doing Bloodstone Caves, which is over to the east of Gad's encampment. I'm going to be playing on my assassin again today. I figured this dungeon, since it's fairly easy, it'd be good to use a melee class in it. So I'm going to go about joining a party, and I'll get back with you guys once we're underway. See you soon. Alright everyone, we are underway. Got to group together really quick on that one. One thing I forgot to do on camera was pick up the actual quest for the dungeon itself, which is an NPC called Saren inside Gad's encampment. So make sure you do that before you go. We're going to just run quickly to the entrance, and hopefully we won't pull anything. Moving pretty quick because we have a Paragon in the party though, so... fairly short jog over to the entrance. Lots of raptors around here. You want to avoid those. There's a very specific path that even without a Paragon you can avoid every single spawn in this area, but it's somewhat hard to remember. I did it once or twice in my lifetime, but most of the time I hit at least one thing coming here if I don't have anything to boost my run speed. You don't want to click on that inscription stone. That's to actually go into the main quest. You just want to run through this rather solid looking wall, and it puts you in the dungeon itself. We've got a fairly melee heavy team this time, but again, since this is easier, it doesn't really matter. Oh, not you guys. I'll attack that Forge Master. And then the shields should fall on their own. Got to apply Critical Eye. That'll help a little bit. Alright. I'm gonna go up this corridor. There's a key rather close by. Ooh, a little hidden treasure. Don't mind if I do. 81 gold, not much, but you know. It's something. I hope that's our Ray of Judgment, not somebody else's. I think it is. There's the Tomb Etten that we need to actually kill. He has the key to the next level. He dies fairly quick, and so do all his little adds once you kill him. So you don't want to focus any of the shields. The scythes you can focus. You probably don't want to do it first because the shields get in the way. Just going to avoid all that spawn over there and head quickly through the center of this dungeon, through these hallways. Now, right at this staircase here, there's a lot of these blood stormcloud succubuses, or whatever they're called. So you got to be careful with those because there's some bad news. They blind as as everyone knows, probably. Open this locked chest to get a pronged rod, which is garbage. I think I probably broke my lockpick. Yeah, that's too bad. Yep, blue die. Pick that up. Light of Deldrimor reveals some treasure for us. We'll take what's hidden. 54 gold. These things keep flying up to the ceiling. Paranoia, and we don't have to kill it, but why not? Get a little morale boost. Never hurt nobody. There's the dungeon key. Actually, I think that was the Etten that we needed to kill to get the dungeon key. He's always kind of right here. So my mistake before. Now we're gonna do sort of a V and start going back to the northeast. More of these storm cloud succubuses that drop right here, so you want to be careful. Done this dungeon so much in the past that I pretty much know I'm gonna put on my Shadow Refuge because this is ridiculous. And I'm dead. Okay, looks like they pulled us anyway, so no big deal. Too bad they didn't do that a couple of seconds earlier. Alright, I'm gonna pick up this Beacon of Draknar. I don't think I did that in the last time. There's a lot of mobs right up here, so you definitely want to use pulling to get some of them to separate. We're going to start by throwing up critical agility so that we attack faster, and then critical eye, and then I can teleport in, start doing my dagger spam, and I'll attack these scythes because that's all that there is left. I'm going to pull that other group over here with all those Ettins. Lots of Ettins in this cave. Oh, they're dying too quick. I can't even kill them fast enough. There. Lots of traps in this area. You don't want to fight where the traps are. And you don't want to aggro all at once. It's a good way to die. Light of Deldrimor revealed treasures. Where? Where was that? Oh, over here, probably. Getting shot to pieces. Grab this. Sapphire, don't mind if I do. It's actually a really nice drop. I'm gonna teleport in there. Or not. Teleport to these ones. Fail. Am I blind or something? No. You'll be seeing Wayfarer's marks drop occasionally. There's a festival on right now in Guild Wars that's for Wayfarer's Reverie. It's kind of an anniversary of Guild Wars 2 launch type celebration. But basically you can travel around all the campaigns to go to specific locations, and you can potentially get some cool items. There's some bad, yeah, incubuses right here. It's not too big of a deal, though. These ones are the vampire type, rather than the elementalists. They're blood magic. Bloodthirst incubus. Alright. I don't really care about Wayfarer's Reverie myself. It's not one of my favorite holidays in this game. The stuff is too hard to get to make it worth my time. Oh god. Apply that critical agility and teleport over and start attacking. Not you. There's the size. Good? Yeah, we're good. Light of Deldrimor has revealed something or other. Whatever. Cruising right along. Looks like we have a Dwarven Ghost. Ooh, or something. Yes. More Incubus. Teleport over and start doing my thing. Our dervish is a little bloodthirsty herself. Look at her. Running right in there, my goodness. Let's wait for the person to reveal these lights of whatever. Light has revealed what? Okay. Go ahead and grab that. Grab this. And grab this. Lots of stuff. Lots of money. Oop. Crazy. It spawned on top of the thing. All in on him. We can just pull him. So when you're doing this on your own, you want to pull to back here. You see the crystalleton that's wandering around up there? Grab him. Don't stand around there, though, because there's a bunch of skeletons that'll come to life if you start killing them up there. Just pull them out. See these wizards? They're bad news. Pop my agility. Hopefully I can just port in behind him and do my thing. And I'm blind already because the skeleton's got me, I believe. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Alright, there's our dungeon key. Let's avoid all those and just kill this one skeleton. Actually, it looks like our Paragon is going to be running, so I'm going to try and hold myself in reserve here. I don't want to die for no reason while she's running to the end. So the doorway to the next level is right down here. Grab the Beacon of Draknar. We're already just about done. This is the final level, and there's not much left. You have to go this way, of course. Kind of get turned around in the beginning here. 2 metons. Teleport in and start spamming my daggers. Sometimes they run away. Dead. That one seemed a little bigger than this one for some reason. Loads of poison. I'm gonna just walk through it. Haven't got the time. Teleport down here, start spamming. As you do. Okay. I'm doing so much damage right now. I don't even have my title on that I should really have, but don't need it. It's a nice easy breezy dungeon. Drop critical agility. Back these scythes. They're actually quite dangerous, especially if you have a necromancer that uses minions. Because of course they're dervishes. Quickly dispatch spirits and minions. So you want to be careful. Easy enough. Not getting really any good drops or treasure chests. There might be another chest that we can pick open once we get towards the Bloodstone. I should hope so anyway. I need to get a screenshot up there. I mustn't forget. I suppose it doesn't matter. I can just rerun the dungeon if really necessary. Not a big deal. Let's get through these poison traps. Ceiling collapses on our head. We're already approaching it. There's the Bloodstone up ahead. Kind of looks like the stuff the Mersad are made out of, even though you guys haven't seen that on the channel. Anyone who's played before will know what I mean. Kind of grape, purple rock candy looking stuff. Makes me want to have some pop rocks. There is the Eldritch Etten, the big one in the center. He's also surrounded by 2 smaller first inscribes. And the smart strategy for dealing with them is to pull one of the groups over here and to flag your heroes back a bit just so they don't go running ahead and tripping everything else. Because there are poison traps up there. You don't want to fight near those, obviously. We need to pull somebody with a bow or a spear or hell, even a staff. Anything that's ranged, really. Somebody's got to pull. Okay. So they don't... Yeah, you pull. That's right. Looks like there's another little locked chest down there too, so that's good. A little bit more Okay, and it looks like we got one of the group, two of the main groups. I'm gonna just spam away right here. Oh, very nice. See, so here's one of these Wayfarer's marks that I'm talking about. You can turn those in for rewards and stuff. I don't really care to pick them up. I don't engage with this particular critical agility. Can't even see. That's a really big Etten, though. He does quite a bit of damage in one hit if you happen to get hit by him. Looks like he's got some sort of sheathing on himself. Their Wayfarer's mark. Sap him of his abilities, and then spam him to death. There's one of the quest items, so you gotta pick up a spectral crystal. Make sure you don't forget it on the ground. And there we go. There's the Bloodstone, which I'm gonna take a picture of after we loot the chest. Let's use this lockpick. A dual winged axe, it's a little unfortunate. A diamond and an eldritch staff. So the eldritch staff is one of the things you can get from this dungeon that's unique to that chest. I'm going to say good game to my team, and I'll take a quick screenshot before we go. This is a pretty nice... What was that? Somebody... Do I need the eldritch staff? You can have it. I don't mind giving it away. Where the heck is it? There it is. I got so much money and goods and treasure. I'd rather make somebody happy than just take my screenshot now that we're here. Maybe I'll take it in front of this treasure chest. Get the big chest in the background. Don't know the command. Let's just print screen. There. Now let's port back out of here and travel to Gad's encampment. Didn't really gain much out of that other than the money, but we'll identify what we got. The staff I probably should have showed you guys before I gave it away, but basically it's just a nice healing staff. If you have a healer or a hero or something like that, it's kind of nice. I'll show you it on my other character. That's what we'll do before we leave, because I already have one. We'll talk to Saren. This is the chick that gave us the quest. 2,500 experience and 500 gold. It's not a whole lot for this dungeon, because it's a rather easy dungeon, as you saw. And now we'll port back over to Great Temple of Balthazar to claim our main reward. I think we should have enough money to replace one of those lockpicks, and I'll just pay to replace the other. Talk to Zenshu to get our reward for it. So another 1,500 gold, 140 copper Zaishen coins, which we're going to turn into silver Zaishen coins. Ooh, it must be, you know what, I think we got double the reward for that. Funny enough, yes we did. We got double the reward for that Zaishen Bounty. It must be Zaishen Bounty Week. So anytime it's Zaishen Bounty Week, you get double the rewards for any Zaishen Bounties that you do, both money and copper coins. So we're going to trade these in for 5 silver Zaishen coins. I should really show you what you can get with those at some point, but it's not important right now. I go turn this in and then identify the stuff that we need to identify. Where the heck is... There it is. I have a hard time locating all the crap that I have in my inventory. Throw this diamond in there. It's one of the other things we got from the main chest. Alright, let's identify these 2 items that we picked from the the locks, or the lock chests to start this pronged rod. Seize the Day inscription. I might take that off and put it on a hero. It's 14. It's not perfect, but it's almost perfect, and it's a useful inscription for heroes. And then I'm going to identify that axe that we had. Where is it? There it is. Dual winged axe, measure for measure. I'll probably just salvage that right now for the armor. Where is it? There it is. 28 wood. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, I was hoping for armor. I'm going to put the sapphire in my crafting materials as well as this. And put this blue dye in my blue dye slots. This pronged rod. I will take the inscription off of, I think. And I'll sell the remainder of it. A little bit of inventory management before we go and look at that staff that I gave away. Let's get rid of the pronged rod, and then buy 2 lockpicks to replace the 2 that we broke. Basically gained nothing from that run other than the crafting materials. Actually, we did gain a little. We got a sapphire out of it, and those are worth about 3 or 4K a piece. So that's not bad. I'm going to swap out this stuff, put my assassin's gear back on her. I had to make some room. Deposit this money, and take this wood off of here as well to move to another character. I think that's all we had to do on the assassin, so I quickly teleport her back to Kining Center, which is where I usually have her parked. I actually park her on Xingjia most of the time, Xingjia Monastery. Sometimes I like helping new players out that are just starting out, but not often, not these days anyway. Let's log out and switch over to my monk, because I believe he has that staff that we got. Show it off outside, in fact. There it is, the Eldritch Staff. Once it loads in, let's put that on. Show you what it looks like. I always forget to do that with the cool looking items that we get, and since it's a weapon that's unique to that dungeon, I'll show it to you guys. I probably should have kept it for a hero, but it doesn't matter. I like giving things away when I can. So it's like a piece of wood with a lot of moss growing on it, obviously. And I actually really like this staff. It's unique to Eye of the North. I wish it came. There's versions of it that aren't green and that you can modify, but they have poor requirements. Like this one is Divine Favor, so that works for a monk. But a lot of them are like energy storage and fast casting and stuff like that. It's not terribly useful for other types of casters. I wish I could have an earth magic staff of this. That would be amazing, but no. They didn't think that was worth doing in the game, so whatever. Put my smiting staff back on and head back into Lion's Arch. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for watching this episode of a Guild Wars dungeon run on Rag Plays. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be doing in the immediate future. I've been thinking about calling a break because we're starting to head back into the time of year that I start playing Knights of the Old Republic again, and I'm kind of going to want to transition to that. I don't have as many days where I can freely record as I used to, and there were very little back then as well. Just the time that I have a period of relative peace in my house is low. So a lot of noise starts to come in as the later it gets in the day. So yeah, I might have to think about calling a quick break and maybe picking this up in December. There might be one more before that happens, but I just want to let you guys know what I'm thinking, and to not expect too many more of them before we pick this series back up, because it will happen again. The issue is I have to wait for the rotation to go around. Like, I'm on the rotation of the Zaishen Bounties right now, So they come along set periods of time, and I have to do them on the day that they come out. So I have to wait for this rotation to be over to restart and then come back, and it'll probably be by December before that happens to get back to the point where we are now. We're about like right in the middle of the cycle. I'd like to keep going with it, but it's going to run us straight through October, and I don't know if I'm kind of like balancing. There's time constraints and then there's space constraints on my hard drives. There's only so much I can record at a time and store until I edit it, so I have to be kind of choosy. And if I have to pick between doing more Knights of the Old Republic and doing Guild Wars, I can put Guild Wars on hold because it's not reliant on my moods and my seasonal my seasonal moods. Guild Wars is, I can play it at any time of year, and I always have fun playing it. But anyway, I guess that kind of morphed into a little mini update. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and from the Perfect Blossom and I, even though this isn't the Perfect Blossom, have a good one.